Now you're starting to lend your voice doing voiceover.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of comedians, we see a lot of actors and actresses doing this now.
Yeah.
You Boondocks, Ice Age, Madagascar, Charlotte's Web, and you got an NAACP award, Image Award.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it about the voiceovers that you like so much?
Well, I mean, again, we grew up in an area where cartoons were king, you know.
Every Saturday. But see, you only got them on Saturday.
Right.
It ain't like this thing now you watch them every day. Ain't no fun. I don't want to watch cartoons. I want to watch them one day a week.
Right, exactly.
Saturday
morning with the cereal.
Yes.
Let's go. Pajamas still on.
Yes.
You know, but I think that, you know.
George's
like,
t-shirt is black.
But but pajamas.
Yeah. We ain't really got.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I made it through that out there. People, they was like, "Oh, I wonder what kind of pajamas you had." Like, no, it's
regular t-shirt,
just a regular t-shirt and some basketball shorts or something. Nah, you know, it's the best we could do. So, you know, but you know, like when I started having kids, you know, you start to really think this would be cool for them to hear my voice in the movie, and you know, so that became a great choice. And you know, they actually they pay well. That's the other thing that people don't know. About those animated movies end up you be quite surprised. I remember Madagascar was one of those, like when the checks came in, you was like, oh, okay.
Y'all got a sequel coming.
Yeah, exactly. They end up doing 3 of them and a TV series.
But I think the thing is, like, to do voiceover, you need a very distinguishable voice.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, because, I mean, you're really only leading with your voice. So the idea is like, what does the voice do? What can you do to kind of bring this character to life? Because most of the time when you're doing animation, they just show you a character, a still drawing. Right. And then you can decide what this character sounds like or what you want, along with the director who's trying to get you to say, all right, cool, we want, you know, can you be a little gruffer? Can you have an attitude? Can you be... You know, those kind of things.
Because anytime I hear animation, I'm always trying to guess, oh man, who is this voice? I know this voice. Who is this?
Yeah, that's always the case. You know, and that kind of goes like with, you know, doing albums. I remember doing like Threats on Jay Z's Black Album. Right. And a lot of people for many years didn't know that was me because, again, it was a character I was doing and I like had a whole different voice for him and everything. So, like, that was like, you know, it was fun. And then so when people would read the thing, they like, yo, you Threats? I'm like, yeah.
When you do a lot of singing, you Luther Vandross, and you like the old school, you like the soulful. And I was thinking, I was like, man, Ced can really sing. You can sing for real though.
Yeah, man. I've been, you know, and I record some songs. I just never put out a music project. I think I'm gonna do it though, just on GP, so I can add it to that list.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you go out there and you open up, and has anybody ever told you, say, man, you ought to do a record, bro? You ought to go ahead.
Oh, for sure. You know, one of the biggest fans of Jamie Foxx, he always like, come on, man, you should do this. You know, and he's definitely a person that as a comedian has transcended it all, like with big hit records and movies, and he's just super talented like that. So, but he's a big fan of like, man, you need to sing, Ced, let's go.
You like Broadway? You gonna?
I did. I enjoyed Broadway. It was very tough. It was one of these things I say, it was the most, it was one of the greatest experiences in my career where I grew. Right. Like, you know, because you get hot and, you know, life is happening and you have really cool things happen to you where you have like, you know, money milestones and stuff like that. But to as, you know, to kind of like have your career popping and then do something that truly challenges you and makes you get better. That was Broadway. It was like one of those kind of experiences where I definitely would do it again, but it was hard work. It was unique, and you know I was really glad. It's something I'm very proud I was able to do.
Because when you look at it, it's different than the movies. It's different than voiceovers because it's kind of like being a comedian because you're in front of a live audience.
Yes.
And the thing is that like a comedian is that you get instant gratification. Yeah. You know if the joke's funny. In a movie, you don't know. You don't, man, I think that's going to be good, but I can't wait to get the feedback. Same thing in voiceovers. But that instant, I mean, obviously Broadway, they're not clap, you know, they wait to the end, you know, before
What was hard for me is that I was doing a dramatic piece, so I was actually stretching. Right. I did American Buffalo. It's David Mamet, a great American writer, writes a lot of words, a lot of wordplay. Right. And so you got to learn a lot, and you have to kind of deliver these characters. And so with that one, my natural instinct to be funny was something that I had to bring down. I had to press it down. So the director knew that, you know, that he liked the way that I was taking the character, where I was gonna get some jokes off, but you don't have, in Broadway, you don't have the ability to improv anything.
Right.
So you have to do what the playwright wrote.
Right.
And that was a big challenge for a comedian, because if I see a window where I can get a joke off, then I'm trying to do that.
Right.
And I remember I asked one night, because we were doing Broadway with Barack won, and I had the first time he won, and I had a scene where I have the newspaper.
Right.
And I had this whole idea, like, it'll be dope if I say, wow, look at that, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, when I said it in rehearsal, everybody laughed. Whatever I said was funny. The director loved it. And then he was like, no. I was thinking, because I thought it was about to be,
about to jump
I was
off
like,
the
oh, I will kill it tonight.
Right.
He's like, nope.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.